Good day, good tops. My name is Carden Madzokere. I'm the author and publisher of the Distinction Bound Student Textbooks, and welcome to Activity 1.5. Now, Activity 1.5 is more or less the same as 1.2 in terms of the extract or the table actually that we need to study. So this one says, study the table below and answer the questions that follow. National accounts for South Africa at current prices, okay? We know we have current prices, we have constant prices. So these are 2021 prices. So this was published in December 2022. Now, let's anticipate some questions. Well, first and foremost, this is the income method because it says compensation of employees. And like I explained in 1.2, compensation of employees means gross salaries and wages. Net operating surplus means consumption means profit, sorry. Then consumption of fixed capital means depreciation. Then we have GDP at factor cost. Then taxes on production, that will be pay as you earn as an example, subsidies on production, employment subsidy, and then taxes on products, VAT, subsidies on products, maybe a bread subsidy or anything like that. Then we have GDP at market prices. Now the difference is they like this basic price. In 1.2, if I can just run to 1.2 quickly and show you the difference. Okay, here's 1.2. In 1.2, look here. They said A. Now, they gave us 2 years, 2012 and 2013, and they removed A. If you come to 1.5, you'll see that they did something similar. They also removed basic price, but they removed the actual figure. There we had the figure. So expect to be asked to calculate. But we don't have a problem because we know how to do it. Basically, it's how do you convert factor to basic. You simply add this and subtract this, then you get this. So this, if they ask, it's going to be very easy. Okay, with that said, let's go to the questions. Now, the first question is, identify in the table above the method used to calculate GDP. Well, that would be the income method because we see that employees were compensated. Then number 2, give one example of taxes on products. An example of taxes on products, that would be VAT. If I were them, I wouldn't use the same example. I'll try maybe taxes on production or subsidies on production because they keep repeating the same specific thing. Well, VAT is an example, fuel levy is an example, sin tax is an example. Number 3, briefly describe the term subsidy on production. Now, I always give an example of subsidies on production. So here they're not asking for an example. They are asking for you to define it actually and describe what is it. Well, something you can say about this is financial assistance or support by the government to reduce cost of production or encourage production of certain products or influence remuneration of the factors of production. Another thing you can add is maybe government. Maybe we can also say financial assistance or support by the government to encourage employment of a certain demographic. Well, basically, we can say something like that. And they will accept any other response that's more or less the same as what I just said. Now, why is it important for a country to prepare national account aggregates? Well, national account aggregates are important. Well, this is basically something that makes us know the health of the economy. So there are so many things we can say here. To determine the level of economic activity by measuring the value of real GDP in a country. That way we know the health of a country. Like GDP is important. We want to know, our production capacity as a country. Now, anything along those lines. Then the last one, calculate the gross value added at basic prices in the table above. Show calculations. This is the easiest 4 marks you can get because basically it's how do you convert factor to basic. You add tax, you subtract subsidies. So it's 5453. Take note, BN, billion, plus 132 plus minus 12. You get A. So it's as simple as that. Now I'm going to project my answers. There we have them. You can mark yourself. This was the income method, examples, VAT, syntax, you name it. Well, I don't like this one, import duties. Doesn't make sense because we're talking about production within. Then briefly describe the term subsidies. Subsidy on production, yes. It's more or less the same as what I said. Then why is it important for a country to prepare national account aggregates? Well, here's the response. It's more or less the same as what I said. And then if we look at the last one, yes, we said 5, 4, whatever, plus 2, plus 132, minus 12, it gives you 5,573. Well, I didn't say the answer because I was saying it from my head. But there is the answer, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it has brought us to the end of our lesson. It was quite short. That's what happens. We keep getting more or less the same questions, so it becomes extremely easy to answer them. Well, thank you so much, boys and girls. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in 1.6. God bless.